What's up? This your boy Shelton Skelton. Right now, I want to talk about hip hop and the impact that it's having, the horrible impact that it's having on the black community in large. That's the way we think, as just everything that we do as a race. I think hip hop, not the art form, and not the music of hip hop, but the type of music and hip hop that is mainstream now. I'm talking about this Rick Ross, who I love his music. This Gucci Mane, which I love their music. Kanye West, who I love their music. Lil Wayne, who I love their music. I do love their music. You know what I mean? It has nice beats. I like the imaginary shit they say. Yes, I say imaginary. Because a lot of shit that they talk about explicitly in their songs, they would be doing life in prison, or they'd be dead, or they'd be multi-billionaires right now. And that's what I want to talk about. To the young black men especially. The fantasy that hip-hop does. When I would ride down the street, growing up in Florida, and I would listen to the hip-hop, back then the Scarface and the Ice Cubes, I would, in my mind, create a fantasy. The things they rapped about, I try to emulate them in life. And more often than not, I failed. Like most of you are failing right now. You think that these guys are multi-millionaire drug lords and drug dealers, and they're not. They're not. I've had the unfortunate experience of trafficking in cocaine years ago. I'm talking about crimes that I know people look at this, who don't know shit about the law. I'm talking about it because I'm not involved and haven't been involved in any illegal drug activity in years. In years and years and years. So there's no conspiracy that can get me on anything like that, because I'm just talking, about things that happened in my life. But a long time ago, I used to roll with one of the biggest cocaine traffickers in South Florida. And I was young. At the time, actually, I was young. Actually, at the time, now that I think about it, I was technically speaking, I was still a minor at the time. Because this was before Hurricane Andrew came. And I used to go to Miami all the time with a buddy of mine, who coincidentally was from West Tampa, but he's no longer living. So I can say that. He's no longer living. He died back in, say, 98 he died. He died in 1998. And he was a quiet dude, and you would never look at this guy thinking that he was one of the biggest cocaine traffickers, and he was. And we pick up sometimes 50 to 100 kilos in Homestead, Florida. And we would drive from Homestead, and we would make drop-offs in Belgrade, Florida, Pahokee, Clewiston. We would stop in Avon Park, Sebring, Naples, Fort Myers, St. Pete, and then Tampa was our last stop. And that's the order we would go. And when we left, we would do the same thing. We would snake our way. We would go to St. Pete, Arcadia. I forgot that. We would go to Arcadia. We would go to Naples. Fort Myers, Naples. We would go to Sebring, Avon Park, Belgrade, Pahokee, Clewiston, and go down to Homestead. And we would pick up the orders. And I would meet a lot of people. As a young man, I met a lot of people. And so I'm saying this as to I know what it is to be in contact with them with that amount of drugs. Me, I got $1,000 to ride along. $1,000. Whoopee-doo. A whole $1,000. And even in the 90s, $1,000 wasn't a lot of money. Okay? My buddy, on the other hand, he made good money. He probably made about $10,000 a trip. Because, of course, he was doing it for somebody. And the guy that he was getting it from was making about $100,000 a week. So they made a lot of money. But that's on the high end of the spectrum. Most niggas in the street ain't making that type of money. A lot of niggas you see rapping, they're guys, mediocre guys, street level guys, who are given millions of dollars to record albums, And they take the money and do what they would have done if they could have. But they couldn't. The money they dreamed about making, selling drugs, now they got the money legally, and they're emulating the lifestyle that they would have lived had they made that money. Which we know. Ain't nobody making that type of money. I know some of the biggest drug dealers in Florida ain't living like that. Literally. I'm not talking about the biggest Colombian or Cuban drug dealers. I'm talking about African American street drug dealer, big time drug dealer nigga. Ain't too many niggas living like that. In the whole country, it might be 10 niggas who are living like that. And the odds of you, young black man, to live like that, you have a better chance of hitting the Powerball. Seriously. About the same odds. Don't let Lil Wayne and Baby and Rick Ross and all them niggas soup your head up and make you think that that's how it is, my nigga, because it ain't. It ain't like that. You know? The streets ain't making money like that no more. You know? Not like that. You know, you could buy, selling drugs, might better get a nice car, get some money to go to strip clubs, make it rain. You know, fuck a bunch of bitches. But you ain't making all that millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars. You know? And that's what the hip hop community is portraying. And these young black men are falling victim to it, and it's sad. Because it's so untrue. Most of the time you go out there and sell drugs, you're going to make just enough money to buy white tees, snapback, and Jordans and shit. Maybe get you a candy painted car, maybe get some rims, go to prison. You're going to have to use, your girl going to have to sell your car to get the bail money. It ain't even fucking worth it, people. All the young black men looking at this, it ain't even fucking worth it. Them niggas ain't multi-millionaire drug lords, man. Them niggas who got $1 million checks from Universal Records and other record companies, and they went and got inked up, got gold teeth in their mouth, and now they got the money to support the lifestyle that they're betraying. It's just like right now, if I wanted to make a millions, I can move to Tampa, buy a big house, get 10, 15 cars, put 24s on them, get tatted up, and make everybody think I'm the biggest drug dealer in Florida. But I'll be full of shit, you know, because I'm from the streets, so I know what to get, I know what to do, I know how to move to make myself appear to be this big time drug dealer. It's the only thing they're doing. They seen and they imagined these things when they were growing up in the hood. Damn, what would I do if I had millions of dollars? If I was Scarface, what would I do? What kind of house I'd buy? So when the white folks give them that big check, they're just living out their fantasy. And they're portraying the fantasy, making people think, whoa, them niggas really making it like that on the street. Them niggas ain't making shit like that on the street. If they were that smart, they'd be billionaires. They wouldn't be millionaires, they'd be billionaires. And that's real talk. So, you know, that's all I have to say. So, buyer beware. Beware, little men, young men out there. Don't get caught up in that shit. Go to school. Do the right thing. You know what we need? We need more black police officers in the neighborhood. That's what we need. More black police officers to patrol and police our own neighborhoods who aren't going to harass us. That when they do take us to jail, they're taking us to jail for something we really did, not no trumped up charges. That's what we need. So young black men looking at this, get into law enforcement, get into teaching, get into science. We need more scientists. You know, we need more doctors. We need more lawyers. You know? We need more entrepreneurs. Do that. Get rich off of that. Not this fantasy. Alright? I'm not telling everybody to give up their rap dreams. You know, a few of yous are really good. A few of yous are going to make it big. But stop rapping about the drug dealing and pussy and the killing. We got enough of that shit. We don't need you to glorify that shit. Because that shit ain't about nothing. It's about nothing. Who gives a fuck about that? It ain't shit. You know? We don't need people glorifying that. Glorify God. Don't glorify crime. Because ain't nothing glorious about dying, killing, or going to prison. Or selling drugs. Ain't nothing glorifying about that. And that's real nigga shit. Alright? Holla at all of y'all. I love all y'all. Peace.